Yo, what up, world? It's your boy C's from theCZLife.com. Welcome back to the people's favorite channel on the internet. This video right here is for my brothers. This is for my baby brothers, my nieces and nephews, the next generation. Yeah, this is for you guys, yo. And this right here, let's get right into it, yo. So, I'm not even gonna preface because this is straight up. All right, this is straight up. So, saving money. We're gonna be talking about saving money and why you need to save money. And this is a conversation that I wish my dad had with me, my uncles had with me, but they didn't know better. So when you know better, you do better. So I know better now, and I'm doing better by informing you guys, right? So the world, or how you experience the world. Actually, I'm not even gonna go that deep. I'm not even gonna go that deep. But let's just stay on the topic of saving money. So I'm gonna start off with a story because we learn through stories, right? So growing up in the hood, we grew up in like Flatbush area. We went to middle school, high school, and you always had your lunch, right? Like the city paid for lunch, right? So kids go to school. Every week we get we either get burgers, pizza, tacos, lasagna, like one of those varieties, right? Every week, and the city pays for it. So my mom would give me like $2 a day, $5 a day just to go to school with. Because after school, there was this amazing, like, I think it was a Kennedy Fried Chicken or a Crown Chicken, one of them, like ran by our Brown brothers, right? And they used to have these amazing fries, yo. Like they used to have $1 French fries every week, and they used to stack them up. Waiting for school to leave, and then you would just go, give you $1. You just throw the dollar at them, and then you just sprinkle the barbecue sauce till the bag is sagging and soaked, and then sprinkle the hot sauce and the ketchup. Disgusting, right? But delicious. And like my mom would give me $1 for that, and back then 25 cents for juice, right? And then you could enjoy the rest of it, right? And it just got to the point where when you eat something too much, you just lose the taste for it. So this is me accidentally starting to save money, and actually just having some sort of financial literacy, right? That was like the first generation of the PlayStation, and my mom got that for me for my birthday. So every time she would give me money, I would save for these games. I would save for Tekken. I would save for Street Fighter. I would save for WWF, whatever game that was coming up. And these games used to be like $40, $30, $50, and you would go to, like, we're not gonna get into that, but I remember like I was going home like, yo, the new Tekken came out. I want to get it. I want to have my friends over. Like, can we get it? Like, no, we ain't got no money. Well, I've been saving for weeks. I got money. You're like, what, you got money? Really? You got money? Yes, I do. Can you take me to the store? I will pull out my money. And then this is me learning about taxes and shit. It's not the money that you paid. It's also the tax on top of that. And my mom would cover that. Shout out to you, Mom. And that was me saving money. And I'm like, yo, all I got to do is, instead of stuffing my face and getting fat after school, I could just save my money, go to grandma's house and go eat dinner, go to grandma's house and go get a snack, and I'll save my money for like the next game. So I ain't got to like beg, borrow, or steal, right? And then fast forward, I'm 16, I got my learner's permit. My uncle's working at a used car dealership. I mean, not a used car dealership, but a junkyard. and they had like some clean cars still in the junkyard. And he would take me there, and I would see what's going on. And I'm like, oh, okay, these cars are pretty cheap. And these cars were going for $1,000. They were going for $800, $500, $600. And then one day he tells me like, yo, Caesar, I found a perfect car for you. The junkyard owner's only asking 600 for it. And me saving money, I have like a band. I have saved up $1,000 from just nothing special, like either working a summer job or like saving up from my mom's allowance, or like just doing just miscellaneous things for money, right? And I saved up, and I didn't even break a sweat. I was just like, yo, that's it. Bam. That was my next large purchase. So I'm like, okay, now we rolling. Now we rolling. So then started saving. And then this is when I'm consuming what was it? Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. My uncle LeVar put me onto that. There was The Millionaire Next Door. There was As a Man Thinketh. Like all of those, just listening to those audiobooks, right? And I'm saving. And then I'm just getting the messages like, yo, C's, you need to save for one more flip. And this flip is going to be the flip that's going to get you out of here. All right. So stay low and save as much as you possibly can. And you'll be able to buy your freedom. So that was my mindset back then. I didn't understand like to actually save and deploy my money a certain way. I was looking on ways to deploy my money, but the education I was getting was like had me grip my money tighter. Like, no, my precious, right? Like I didn't understand the ebbs and flow of the stock market. I didn't understand the ebbs and flow of the real estate market, right? Everything has like an up and a down. And I didn't understand that. So like when people were telling me like, yo, if you put your money in the stock market, it's going to go down. Can you live with like your $30,000 going into 20,000? I was like, what happened to my 10,000? Well, you put it on the wrong stock. Like bad information like that. They wouldn't even give you anything deeper. Like you could just buy low and sell high. I wasn't getting any of this information, right? So I was saving for a flip of a lifetime, and continuing to get these education and stuff like that. So, and then finally I was able to buy my freedom. I saved up 60 bands and was able to buy my freedom because like I saved up long enough where I can bet on myself and leave my corporate job. And that was basically maybe 2 years or almost 2 years salary that I saved up. All right. And I know like, yo, man, I could just bet on myself. And then instead of having a job, I went from having a job to owning a job. But that's neither near nor there. I truly wholeheartedly believe that's a true entrepreneurial path. Is like you had a job, right? Working for somebody else, employed by corporate America or some small business. Then you go from having a job to owning a job. Then you go from owning a job to owning a business. And then from that business, you have investments or assets and stuff like that, right? I think that's the trajectory. I'm right in the middle between owning a job, where my job is personal training. I'm a coach. That's the job that I own, have clients and stuff like that. But I can't quit yet because my business hasn't produced more income than my job, if that makes sense, right? So we're steady working on that bridge, building that bridge where my business is basically overtaking my income, where I can like focus more on growing that than running the day-to-day operations, because I don't show up to a training session, I don't get paid. I want to go on vacation, I don't get paid, right? But everybody else still gets paid, right? Like your lawn guy still gets paid, the pool guy still gets paid, the cleanup lady, the maid still gets paid, right? So Anyway, saving. I gotta stay on topic, man. This is why I need I need a co-host or something to keep me on topic. Any of you out there that's a co-host, like hit me up down in the comments. Let me know, man. We'll have you on the show. Anywho, um, yeah, saving money, because what you want to do is be able to save up 6 months to a year. Now, 6 months, you're still on that risky side. A year, you're more on that conservative side, right? But how long is it going to take you, with your current lifestyle, save up a year's salary? Now, this is big. Um, some people might take this route that I took. If knowing what I know now, I would stayed with my benefits and everything like that, and would have been like building my business, which I did. I kind of did. Yeah, I did. But if you currently have a job now and you're in trying to transition into owning a job, I would stick to where you're at now, like long enough while, like, before you move on to the next phase or the next quadrant. What you want to do is have one income overtake the other, right? So like you have a job here, you have a side business, which is your main business, but it's not there yet. It's still a baby. Once this starts producing more income, like your second job, your side hustle starts overtaking this, you can now leave this, right? So this is gone. Now you have your main business now that you own this job, right? Personal training, lawn guy, cleaner, plumber, skill jobs, right? Your business is basically a skill job. So you're going to go from skill job to business. Now, when your business overtakes your skill job, then you can leave that. But you could still do this, right? But then you just have these two. Once this starts overtaking this, you just keep those two, keep you working. Now you're going to invest into your investments, which is your assets. This is your real estate, this is your stocks, and this is other businesses, right? Then you're able to escape the rat race. That's basically what everybody is doing to escape the rat race. Having a job, I made the previous video, having a job is going to keep you broke. It doesn't matter how much money you have. If it requires you to be there to make money, then you're always going to be in that rat race. In order to escape the rat race is that your assets pay for your lifestyle and continuously pays for generations to come. That's generational wealth. They have assets, they have buildings, they have stocks, they have bonds, they have mortgages, they own mortgages, right? They own mortgages on buildings, they own real estate, land, right? Those are assets that operate without the day-to-day. Like your socialites, what's paying for their lavish lifestyle is probably some building in Manhattan that their family is collecting like infinity mortgages on, right? Or it might be some international business of some sort is paying for that. Like that little socialite doesn't have to go and open the door for the building's tenants. She doesn't have to turn the lights on. It's an asset that's just operating, and she's just the benefactor of the residual income, right? So start saving money. Save as much as you can, but save it long enough until you know what to do with it. That is key. Like, I saved my money long enough to know what to do with it. I was studying, I was learning. What people do is they try to take themselves out of any responsibility. So they find some guru online that tells them to like buy crypto at the top or buy a stock at the top. And then it's the guru's fault that they did it. Instead of hopping on that first play or that whatever that guru tells you, how about you learn? Use that time to learn. and like, okay, I am confident based on my experience of spending time learning and understanding these charts that I'm going to now take my money and deploy it, right? So save money long enough until you know what to do with it. You know, not what somebody else is, not what somebody else knows, not what a financial advisor knows, until you know what to do with it. That is big. Okay, to wrap this up, because I kept this long enough, man. Save your money. This is the biggest takeaway. Save your money long enough until you know what to do with it. I would recommend 6 months to a year, and you can do it by having your job and having your side business as well, like both deploys, two streams of income to make that sort of pot. Once you, and then spend some time knowing what to do with it once you have that big pot. But until then, keep your nose down. You're gonna hear people saying like, "Yo, man, you're young. Take the risk." Like you're like, yes, you can learn that way, but when you get beat up and devastated like that, it will become harder to learn. It will become easier for you to give up because, like, I tried it. I spent $20,000 on this stock and this program. It didn't teach me anything. It's all their fault. Meanwhile, you could have spent that same time learning as much as possible, because when you know what to do with money, like, it's a wrap. Now that I know what to do with it, I'm like, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, man. I gotta buy assets. But before you take that risk and buy assets, learn what those assets are. Have a clear understanding of what those assets are. It'll be real estate. It will be businesses. It would be your business. It'll be your development, right? Know what you're spending majority of your time and what your money is going to be, because your money is not going to be like you're going to go in with 20 bands and then immediately take it out. No, your money is going to be spending years accumulating in maybe one play, right? You're going to be spending years working, right? You're not going to just put $20,000 and then in 2 weeks, take. Yes, you can do that, but it's going to take money to do that. But until then, learn what that money, that first $20,000, that first $10,000, know what it's going to be doing with you once it's outside of your pocket. If you understand what I'm saying. Like, you're going to take some money from your savings. You're going to deploy it to work for you. But while it's working for you, you need to understand what the work it's doing, right? Like, you need to know what your investments is doing. So take the time to learn that, yo, once this money, boom, I know in 6 months it's going to do this. I know in 8 months it's going to do this and that, and so on and so forth. And that is the truth, my friends. Like, save your money, okay? Like, if you are living paycheck to paycheck and you're unable to save because every dime that you earn goes to bills, goes to food and stuff like that, guess what? It's time to start your side business. It's time to start. I don't even like the terminology side business, because it's your main business. Your employer is not your business, right? Like, your main business. That's when it's time to start your main business. Start learning what are your interests, what are the skills, what are the trades that interest you. Some people like to do hair. Some people like to do personal training. Some people like to create websites. Some people even make beats, make logos, graphic design, whatever it is. It's going to be your time to start, because that is like your check to check survival mode. But once you make your first dollar from your main business, that's going to be like, yo, that's going to burn a whole new fire in you, man. And you're not going to stop. You can see evidence of that fire today with me. Like, once I earned my first dollar online, I've been obsessed with, like, yo, how can I be a better entrepreneur? How can I be a better, like, person? everything started to change. Everything. But yo, the biggest takeaway, save your money long enough to know what to do with it. Get money. There's plenty of ways to do so. We're going to be getting money together. So if you down to make some money with me, I want to be completely transparent with you because I am on this journey that led me through spirituality. It led me through so many different things that I like only my wildest imaginations could come up with, right? But now I'm physically starting to, it just escapes the formless substance. Now it's real substance, right? So I'm excited. Hope you guys are too. Thank you guys for watching. If you found this helpful, insightful, you think that'll inspire one of your friends, one of your homies to listen and take notes. Kid growing up, not knowing what to do, finding me online, just randomly searching like, how can I escape my circumstance, my present circumstance? And just the gift of the universe delivers this video. Thank you. Drop me a share, a like, a comment. Let me feel you. You know what I mean? And yeah, that is my cue to head out of here. So till the next time, don't forget to drink water, get money, mind your business. Peace.